first part of this lecture, we are going to look at some generic functions of the list data type and see how we can use them in a real life situation. We will begin by defining a list. Let's say we have a list called price, and price is stored in a variable called x, and x now constitutes maybe the prices of some elements that were sold within a month. And you now want to get an insight of the data. You can do this by using these generic functions. And well, this list is a bit small. Often you will have a list with thousands or millions of items or elements that are within this list or that are within the list, and you can now use these generic functions to be able to do some exploratory studies of the data prior to your analysis. So let's see how we can do this practically. In the first case, we have the price list, and we want to get maybe the minimum value or the minimum price. In this case, we can do this by, we will say the mean and the variable that we are trying to check the minimum value from. So if you run that, you see that the minimum value within this list is 28. You can also get the maximum value. It will be max, and the variable, if you run that, you will see that the maximum value within this list is 98. And you can also get the sum of all the values within the list. In that case, it will be sum of that variable. So you see that if you sum all the values within this list, all the prices within this price list, you will get 1829. There are moments where you might want to know how many values are within your list. You will use the length function, like in this case. Okay, so you will see that if you count the number of items or the number of values that are within this list, you'll see that you will get 25. So there are 25 items within our price list. So just with these generic functions, you are able to get an insight, do some exploratory studies of your data, especially when the data is huge. These generic functions will become very, very useful for you.